Albert Einstein says compound interest is the eighth wonder of the world. He who understands it reaps the benefit of it, and he who doesn't suffers from it. Compound interest is what can build you serious wealth. Turn on notifications because every week we meet on Our Money during Secrets of the Wealthy, and every week I want to meet with you to make sure you're getting your money right and setting yourself and your future family up long term. Meet with me 5 to 60 minutes every week right here, take notes, and let's talk about getting wealthy. Let me talk you into getting wealthy and building wealth in your life. Somebody asked me just the other day to make a video explaining compound interest, so I want you guys to write this down. Rich is measured in dollars. Wealth is measured in time. Wealth equals time. The amount of time you could do whatever you want without having to worry about money. And cash flow buys you time. Right? So there's a very simple formula that can demonstrate how compound interest will work in your life, and it's time. Write this one down. It's time multiplied by compounding interest equals power, or AKA wealth. That's how compound interest can work in your life. Albert Einstein says compound interest is the eighth wonder of the world. He who understands it reaps the benefit of it, and he who doesn't suffers from it. Compound interest is what can build you serious wealth. If you can figure out a high income first. Most people fail with compound interest because they aren't patient or disciplined enough for it to start working, right? Usually takes 20 to 30 years before it really starts to snowball. But when it does, the amount of wealth that you accumulate is monstrous. So this would be a graph, let's say if you were looking at compound interest. A very simple example I give people all the time with compound interest is, let's say you're investing at 10% a year, right? And if you invested and you got a 10% return / year, and if you put $10,000 into whatever did that today, right, you would have $600K in 43 years. But this $600K, it's a lot. 10,000 into $600K. This really doesn't start picking up until like year 30. I think up until year 30, this is around like 80 grand. Reaches like 80, 120 grand by year 30. But in the last 13 years, it goes from like 100 grand to 600 grand, right? So this is how your graph would look if you were measuring compound interest. And this is the area people fail. Right in between here, because this is probably 30 years, right? And that's why people who can wait this out, they're focused on income. They're focused on trying to get more and more money into here. The more money you get into here, the quicker you'll reach your goal without having to do this. If your goal was, let's say, 600K at retirement, right, you could put 10K in today, wait 43 years, or you could figure out how to put 100K in, and you'd pretty much be starting at year 30 maybe. So wealthy people are focused on income. That's why they can wait here. And if they're not focused on income, they're highly disciplined people. They're frugal. They're not going to put their money out once they put it in. They're not going to get emotional and pull it out too soon, right? They will wait and they will stand the test of time and they will reap the rewards at the end. Now, compound interest can also work against you. When you take out car loans, when you got a mortgage on your house, when you have all these things going on, you have some compound interest working against you. Credit cards can really screw you. They're 22%, right? So things like that, debt can go against you, but you can also have compound interest working for you. And the people who will get the richest from compound interest are the people who understand the power of compound interest and know the importance of focusing on income, and they shove as much money as they can into something that will compound it over a long period of time.